Are you struggling with finances? Are you looking for some practical tips to help you get back on track with your money so you can flip that switch from surviving the week to actually living? In this brief vidbit, we'll provide 3 key steps that frankly anyone can take to turn the tide in the right direction. And if you're a health and wellness coach or life coach, these tips may not only help you with your own life, but may also provide some food for thought for the discussions you have with your clients. We'll cover all that and more here on the Catalyst Coaching Institute's YouTube coaching channel before you can remember the name of the film famous for the phrase, "Show me the money." Let's face it, money absolutely doesn't result in happiness. But the lack of it certainly puts a damper on many of the aspects of life that bring that happiness. In this vidbit, I'm going to share with you 3 practical steps that anyone can take to improve their financial situation. First one out of the gate, control the cards or cut them up. Multiple studies demonstrate that we spend 20 to 40% more on items when we use credit cards than when using cash. There are a multitude of reasons for this, but it primarily comes down to the psychological impact of the delayed payment. When we hand over cash, we're parting with something right there. It's coming right out of my hand over to someone else. But when using credit cards, we're paying later. Yes, cards are convenient, but if finances are an issue and we're spending more with the cards, is that convenience something we can afford to continue? Here's the test for you. For just 1 month, try paying for everything you can with cash. At the end of the month, compare your total expenditures to your typical month. Then you decide if it's worth making a longer term change. I think you'll be stunned by the difference. Number 2, know your numbers. Now, in the world of health and wellness, this usually references biometric screening results. But here, we're talking about money. How much do I spend eating out? Buying clothing, coffee, groceries, entertainment, every single month with each of those. If we don't know, that's obviously a red flag, but one that is easy to correct. Just as turning a blind eye to blood pressure or BMI figures can set us up for bigger problems down the road, the same is true for our money. Often, the simple understanding of how much we're spending in each category can have a very positive influence on our actions as we move forward. And finally, number 3, use the envelopes. That's right, the envelopes. Once you've taken steps in number 2, then you're ready for the good old envelope method, which is glorious in both its simplicity and its effectiveness. All you do is decide on the amount you're going to spend for each of the above categories on which you have ongoing influence. Then you put that amount of cash that you've budgeted for that month, that 30 days, into an envelope labeled with the category. When it's empty, you're done spending on that category. However, it's only for that month. So if you do run out, you only have to make it to the end of the month and then you can restock the envelope. For example, if you decide $40 a month, which is about $500 a year by the way, is a reasonable amount to spend on coffee, then you go for it. You have $40. Spend it however you'd like that month when it comes to coffee, and when the envelope is empty, you figure out alternatives, like making coffee at home for about 30 cents a cup. I joke about the coffee, but the same theme applies to any area of interest. Try it. If you're like most people, you'll be stunned by the impact this simple step can make. Thanks for joining us here on the Catalyst Coaching Institute's YouTube coaching channel. If you haven't yet subscribed, maybe now's a great time to click that little red button. That'll give you easy access to our growing library of videos. Our feature video here on the coaching channel is specific to all of you, but especially coaches who are running their own business. We cover 3 specific ways to increase your odds of success. Our feature episode on the Catalyst Health, Wellness, Performance Coaching podcast welcomes Dr. Jeremy Horpedahl to the show. He's an economist who helps us look behind the curtain to see what's wrong with many of the headlines we see each and every day. Finally, our 5-minute bonus podcast episode looks at the difference between life is now and life is next. It's a concept that has influenced me significantly over the past few years, and I trust you'll find it to be valuable as well. I'm Dr. Bradford Cooper of the Catalyst Coaching Institute signing out. I'll look forward to speaking with you soon on the Catalyst Health, Wellness, and Performance Coaching podcast, or maybe right back here on the YouTube coaching channel. Take care, everyone.